Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of WrestleCore. I'll be your host, Cliff Davis Porter. We have the rivalry match between Steve Blackwell and Howard Danielson coming up next. We also have a Tornado 4-way
no turning back. Steel
for the tag team
attack. Dreams get crushed where the weak hearts break. Only kings rise when the ring starts to quake. Hear the crowd scream, feel that roar. You ain't safe when you're in WrestleCore. Welcome to
title action.
WrestleCore.
And of course, we always have our television title being defended by Vincent Price. But this time, it's in a three-way. So let's go down to the wrestling action. And here we go. This is our rivalry match between Steve Blackwell and Howard Danielson. And right away, they are pushing each other, and Howard gets the advantage, pushing Steve into the corner, using a lot of power. And Steve puts Howard into a headlock. Goes around with that arm, elevated wrist lock, trying to break that arm. And twisting it, and maybe popping that shoulder out. That could be used to his advantage. And he trips him, bringing him down very hard. Picking him up, spinning around with a big fist into the face. And Howard's holding his face. Steve goes and big splash, connects. Steve going to the top. Giant elbow drop. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. Only the 2. And now he steps on his face. Howard rolls to the outside. Steve goes to the outside and grabs Howard from behind and smashes his face into the ring canvas. And now tossing him to the other side, into the corner, picking him back up. And Howard's able to reverse it, tossing Steve to the other side. Steve gets right back up at the 6, and he's able to get in. A big clothesline by Howard. Now a stomp to the arm. And a big elbow drop into the sternum of Steve. Now he's getting called over by Mike. Mike finally doing something. And a forearm shot, and then he sends him off the ropes. Howard blocks whatever Steve had planned, and a big punch into the stomach. Steve's getting tossed, and a big clothesline taking Steve down. Off that rebound from the ropes, and now Howard's up on the second. Jumping with the shoulder block, taking Steve completely off his feet. And now he stomps the stomach. And Steve is writhing in pain, and he crawls and uses the rope to get up. But Howard punches him, tosses him, rebounds, but they crash into each other. Steve misses the choke. And a big kick to the stomach. He gets tossed down to the ground, and now Howard went for the cover, only got the 1, and now he stomps the wrist, stomps the shoulder, and a big elbow right to Steve's sternum. Another stomp to the hand, and another elbow, but this time to the back, picking Steve up and twisting his neck, trying to break it. And slamming Steve's head back into the canvas. Goes over, and a big elbow drop again. Steve crawls to the outside and uses the ropes to get back up. Howard's waiting for him, picks him up, and puts him right back down into the ring. Another stomp to the back, and Steve gets out of it with a kick to the face and a big clothesline. Howard missed, and then back body drop. And a spine buster. Choke, toss. He just tossed him with that choke. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2. Howard using the ropes to get back up. He's stuck in the corner. Getting tossed into the top and then taken over with the German. Steve waiting for him to get up. Going to the second. Big shoulder block. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only a 2. And Steve's just stalking Howard. And he grabs him with both hands around his head, crushing him. And this is what he did last time. And he won. Last time the ref said that he won and he let go, and then they still continued the match. This time, the ref was able to end the match, doing exactly as Steve warned when he challenged him to the match.
Hey everybody, it is me, the best United States champion of WrestleCore you have ever seen, Keith Dunshane. You want a rematch? We don't just give out rematches. No, you have to earn it, so if you want something, fight for it in the next match. It'll be you against the Dragon. He has debuted last week and won under 1 minute. So if you want to have a chance to take this title away from me, you have to beat him good.
And I guess this is going to be the United States title contender match. And a big suplex by Shane to the Dragon. The Dragon just debuted last week, where he won in under a minute. And Shane's taking him apart. A big stomp to the stomach. Shane going up top. Waiting for the Dragon to get up. Big axe handle, dropping the Dragon and goes straight for the cover. Only a 1. Dragon going to the outside. Shane going all the way around. And the Dragon looked like he went for a punch, but Shane blocked it. Dragon just shoved his hand into Shane's throat. Now he's taking his knee apart. Tosses him into the ring, going to the top, waiting for him to get to his feet, and big crossbody, taking Shane down to the ground, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, only a 2. And a big clothesline taking Shane off his feet. Shane gets right back to his feet though. Karate chop of his own straight into the Dragon's head. Knife hand chop, picks him up, drops him on his knee. Stomach first. And the Dragon gets out of whatever Shane's doing, and he breaks his nails across Shane's back when Shane's trying to get to his feet, dragging him to the rope. And now biting the nose of Shane and then taking that rope and shoving it into his throat. Big splash. Dragon calling Shane to get up. Springboard elbow. And it connects. Rapid fire rush. And he goes for the kick and misses. Shane was able to block that roundhouse kick, sending the Dragon all the way to the ground. Throwing that arm into the ground, picking the Dragon up, throwing the Dragon into the other side, into the barricade, now stomping on that wrist, elbow to the back. Dragging the Dragon, tossing him inside, rolls in behind him, turns him around, and big German with the bridge. 2. Holy crap. Shane gets another shot at that United States Championship.
It's time. Let's go. I walk in this bitch like I own every wall. They watching me rise while I'm watching them fall. Built different, can't nobody measure up. The pressure turn me.
And now we have Bones representing the Sombra. Henry Cooper representing Generation High. Evan Caesar representing Pulse. And Cross just got rolled up representing Amazing Divine. Only one person will walk away. From this match, and there was a rake of the eyes. And the person who wins will get their #1 contendership for the tag titles at our next pay-per-view. And Cross gets turned around. Big forearm shot to the back. Caesar picks him up and slams a forearm into Cross's. And then Bones goes low. Henry with the big punch. Marco Holler just shoved the hammer in. Big drop kick by Cross onto Evan. Another drop kick. A forearm shot to Evan Caesar. Cross throwing Henry Cooper to the outside, or at least over the ropes. Never made it to the floor though. Cross has, and they both get dropped on their faces. One against the ropes, one against the turnbuckle. Now Cross and Henry Cooper are in the center, or the only one standing. Cross picks up the hammer, starts chasing Evan, and shoves the hammer in the Bones and Evan. And Cross gets hit right in the stomach with the hammer. Henry with a back body suplex. Onto Evan Caesar's arm. Goes for the cover, but it's only a 1. And a big elbow into Bones' face by Evan. Belly to belly by Cross to Evan. Evan gets right back to his feet. And Henry kicks Cross down, kicking the leg out. Henry gets dropped on his face by Evan. Now Evan and Cross. Evan choking Cross down. 1. Only a 1. And Henry Cooper hits a cross cutter. And Cross with a switch up drop kick to Henry Cooper. Bones punching Bulldog on the Cross. I think his knee hit the hammer. Evan taking down Bones with the one. Only the one. Henry getting tossed. Henry scoop slam to Evan. He's grabbing Cross, picking him up. Suplex directly onto the hammer. And then Henry just picked up the hammer and hit Cross for good measure. One. Bones was able to break the pin. And Bones just got flipped over with the head scissors. Evan just dropped Cross with the Bulldog. Went to use the hammer. Missed. Cross with the neck breaker. Could it be? Ref. 1, 2. I think the ref took way too long. Cross calling. It didn't know. It was blocked. Form. To the back. Evan goes around. Picks him up. And Henry gets Cross free. Saving him from tapping and now using the hammer directly on him. The hammer. Oh, here we go, the roll up. Now he's stomping on the wrist of Evan. Goes to the outside, goes up to the top. Big elbow misses. Henry knife hand chop. Now he's got Evan into an armbar. Cross kicks Henry right in the face. Now hits him with the clothesline. Matt's distracting Cross. And the clothesline misses by Henry. Cross picks Henry up and drops him. Cross goes for something, misses, and gets dropped with a Bulldog. Bones choking Cross across the top rope. Tossing him into the ring and a knee straight into the gut, dropping him. And now nails into the face of Cross. And Evan gets the drop kick into Bones' face, releasing him from Cross. And Bones goes around, goes for the pin. Henry's able to break it up. And another roll up. Rolling the joint. Putting Cross in the corner. No, Cross goes around. Drops Henry onto the hammer. Neck first. Cross picks Evan up. And suplex spin. And Bones with the assault. Henry with the big power bomb. Goes for the pin. 1, 2. And again, I don't think the ref is counting fast enough. But Cross was able to break up the pin. And now he took Henry by the arm and dropped him on his arm. Matt got in. I don't know why. He did nothing. And now 2 hammer shots. One to Evan and one to Henry. Big senton backdrop. The ref isn't even looking. 1, 2. And again, the ref is taking too long to pin or to count. Henry gets taken onto the shoulders, dropped onto the top rope. Cross goes around German. Now pulling on the arm of Henry. And Cross with the roll, gets rolled up. 1. And Bones hits a cross cutter. Cross hits his own cross cutter, but it's too late. It's 3. Bones stole it. Stole it for his team. They will compete at the pay-per-view for that tag team championship against Malachi and Anderson Reyes. Could we have Bone Diablo and the Sombra having all the titles? And here we go, our television WrestleCore, Vincent Price. Bobby Mays somehow got a shot. And Xavier Miami. Right away, Bobby just stays on the outside. And big drop kick to Vincent's shoulder. But it doesn't take him down, and Vincent counters with a big neck breaker, dropping Bobby straight to the ground. Vincent gets tossed into the ropes and slammed down by Xavier. And Bobby chop blocks Xavier's knee. Bobby on the outside, big clothesline hitting Xavier, sending Xavier into the opposite direction. And now it looks like Vincent is in control of both of them. And now he's twisting the ankle and the kneecap in a bad direction on Xavier. A knife hand chop and a punch, headbutt by Bobby. Bobby stomps that knee too. And now he's throwing that arm into the ground. And Vincent comes out of nowhere and drops the elbow into Bobby, breaking up the pin. And a big kick, spinning Bobby around and then shoving that foot into his face. Forearm shot into Bobby. Bobby barely able to get up. And Vincent goes for a moonsault, completely misses. Bobby gets him with the Hurricanrana. Legs around his neck. Flinging him around. Xavier with the chair, but Bobby's able to knock the chair out of his hand. Drops him with the Russian leg sweep onto the chair, and then Vincent comes over with a drop kick. Misses the knee drop. Gets his back scraped by Bobby. And a belly to belly overhead suplex. Bobby landing on the chair and then rolling out to possible safety. Bobby telling Xavier he can suck it. And Vincent with the sling blade. Xavier gets up, some forearm shots, big elbows into Vincent's face. And Bobby tossing Xavier into the stairs. Vincent grabs Bobby, tosses him into the stairs. Bobby goes up and lands back onto the chair. And Xavier with a clothesline out of nowhere. And some double team action. Russian leg sweep. Double Russian leg sweep on the Bobby. Vincent turns Xavier around. Drop kicks him into the shoulder blades. And Xavier falls face first into the ground. Vincent gets tossed into the corner Now he's firing back with some kicks. He's gonna toss Xavier back in. Bobby grabs him from behind, tosses him into the other corner of the ring barricade. And Xavier's back, or Vincent's back to his feet. Xavier's back to his feet. And Bobby's dragging Xavier. Bobby had plans, but Vincent caught him. Bobby fighting out of Vincent's grasp. Tossing Vincent. And now Vincent is fighting off both of them. No, it's not a neck breaker. It's a forearm shot to the back of the neck on Xavier by Vincent. And a German with the bridge by Bobby on the Vincent. Xavier spinning Bobby around and dropping him back first. Xavier throws Vincent into the corner. Now clubbing axe handle into the corner, picking up Vincent's face and dropping it on the top turnbuckle. Bobby with the kendo stick attack into Xavier's face. One, only the one. Bobby sees Xavier in the corner, gets him and flips him over. Bobby gets sent to the outside. Vincent waiting for Xavier to get up. Goes over. Big knee, taking Xavier off his feet. Hitting Bobby with Price is Right. Goes for the pin. Xavier kicks Vincent in the head. Vincent drops Xavier on his neck. Waiting for Xavier to get to his feet. Big crossbody. Xavier pops straight to his feet. The crash. Stock market crash. And Vincent with another one. Bobby kicks Vincent in the head. Goes over. Amazing assault. Bobby tries to lift Xavier. Xavier hits him. Punch. Big suplex. Float over with the pin. 1, 2. Oh my God. Xavier. Miami is your television champion. Your new television champion. The first time in a long time. Have we seen a new television champion? I hope you all enjoyed this episode of WrestleCore. Come back next time to see what we have in store for you. Thank you, and have a good night.
Welcome to WrestleCore, where the brave come to meet and scorn. Feel the rage, unleash the war. This is WrestleCore. WrestleCore, we never fall. No retreat, no remorse. WrestleCore.